Greetings and welcome to this week's Gacha News. It has been a couple weeks of very light news, so let us see what is going on in the Gacha games we currently play. First, in Zenzo Zero, we had the tease last week of the two upcoming characters for the upcoming patch. They are Ukinami Yusuha, if I recall here, a physical attacker, as we can see down here. She is appearing here and there in the Suiban Temple story as we restore it, so you can sometimes see her throughout the game. And her friend Alice Steinfeld, she comes from one of those high standing families. She is friends, or was friends, with Lucy, so I expect to see Lucy make an appearance this time around. And she is a physical anomaly character, which is quite interesting because we first had Piper as the only one, then came Jane Doe and completely dominated that conversation, completely basically removing anybody else that dealt physical damage. And now here comes Alice to take her place as well. Now, if things happen as they did with the 2.1 episode with the release of Yushuan, because Ellen got an upgrade during that patch, hopefully they give Nekomata an upgrade during this upcoming patch as well. That way she can bring up and still do decent damage. Then in Ghost Frontline 2 news, as you can see here, the new event that is coming, I believe, within the next week, I believe, or the week after that. It is what is this little cafe called? Zujkero Cafe? Yeah, there we go. It's amazing how much effort they put into these live action videos. Apparently this is the cafe where Springfield, Sharkery, and I don't remember her name. She's the all healing maid there. But the new character we're getting is Springfield. All I know about her so far. Oh, and Macchiato, I believe, as well. Well, anyway, this, I believe, is Springfield right here. She is a Hydro character, and she works pretty well with Tololo to form the core of a Hydro team. So I will be pulling on her, so I can get a second core going for my boss fights, which I currently am only able to beat one. But anyway, that's what's coming around. I don't think I'll be pulling for her signature weapon, but we'll see what happens after all. I did get extremely lucky with Kulukai during her rerun banner, and managed to get her in 3 or 4 multis and got her weapon in a single multi, so I've got a few gems to spare. Anyway, moving on to non-gacha news, we have the release of Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. This is quite literally the sequel to Shadowverse Digital TCG, and it came out on Monday, I believe, so 3 days ago. And right now, there is currently a little problem with the game, in my personal opinion, where Spellcraft, this one right here, and a Puppetcraft / Portalcraft are extremely strong, while the rest of them are severely lagging behind. So I'm going to do a video about that maybe later this week, but these are your current main archetypes. This is Fairy Spam, as was the Archer girl in the original one. She has either spamming puppets, which are a very temporary minion, or working little machine pieces into a giant mech, which is extremely powerful. She currently only has one, which I believe is Spell Surge or Spell Form or something along those lines, where every time you play a spell, or pretty much anything, cards in your hand get stronger, and she has some extremely powerful cards, so she is currently the #1 deck currently out there. This is Knight or Ally Spam. I might try it after I give the current deck a good run for its money, because it sounds interesting. This is Abysscraft. This is what used to be Bloodcraft in the original one, where you deal damage to yourself to get effects. Although currently there is no effect where you need to have a certain amount of health to trigger certain effects. I haven't seen anything going on there. Some cards just deal damage to you, and it's based on having things go to the graveyard and dying, and then using that to revive some other things. This one is Dragoncraft. I haven't really met anyone playing it properly yet, and I haven't made a deck myself, but it is based on getting to 7 mana as quickly as possible and spamming out very big dragons. And this one in the end is Heavencraft. Right now there's only one way to play it, and that is with talismans or something along those lines, little things that stay on the field and do stuff as they go down their timers. It is currently what I think the weakest, along with Abysscraft, in the game. I'm going to make a video about that soon, but I am struggling to get wins with this deck because there is no big monster in this deck. No big boss. Then Nikkei is celebrating releasing of Raven, the second collab character with Stellar Blade. I have not read on her kit. I managed to get it super lucky right now and got got her on one multi, so I'm really happy about that. That means I have resources to spare for this year's summer event. So, hooray for me. And lastly, the CEO of ShiftUp, the one that handles Stellar Blade and Nikkei, basically gave everybody at the company a Switch 2 to celebrate that Stellar Blade sold 3 million copies. If only we saw more companies do this, we would probably have a much better world. But this comes on the heels of him last year gave everyone at the company a PlayStation 5 so they could all play Stellar Blade. So yeah, really looking up to the CEO. In a world where we get nothing but corporate layoffs and CEO bonuses, it is refreshing to see somebody handle it like this. And looks like this was at a hotel, because this is one of those hotel little card things. But yeah, that is what's been going on in Gacha news this week. Not much to say, which is kind of good, because that means there's no big drama going on. And anyway, we will see you next time.